guys the notes up here. I didn't expect a crowd this big, so I'm probably going to shorten it up a little because I know you guys want to hear the band play way more than you want to hear me talk. Patrick's advice tonight was to speak from my heart, and so forgive me for being a little emotional. First of all, I thank you guys for being here for the last 9 weeks, and tonight I had, it has totally exceeded my expectations. I didn't think that we would draw nearly this big of a crowd, and I really appreciate your support. I thank my staff, of course, for being here every week and selling 50-50 tickets. My little brother AJ spending 12 hours a day with me, and bloodshed and literal tears every day, every Thursday. Dave, I appreciate him lugging up the beer and the ice and the booze and making this all happen and making sure I eat at least one day a week. I appreciate Andy Larson showing up every Thursday, ready for a party. And I think we can all agree the sound has been absolutely phenomenal. And of course, we got to thank all of our bands. We went local this year, and I think that was a huge hit with everybody. On top of having a couple out of Butte showdown, everybody having a good time. I'm guessing. I don't know where Jeff Francis is, but I owe him a huge thank you. I had no idea what it would take to pull this off without having my own location. And Jeff was kind enough to loan me his building to operate out of, and I don't know how I would have pulled this off otherwise. Gene Reardon, I'm not sure where he's at, but I appreciate every Thursday that he started my day off with a smile and always offering his help and support. I have, every week I've had kids' activities, and they've been arranged through 0 to 5, Sunshine Kiwanis, or Sunrise Kiwanis, and the Science Mind tonight. And you know, I appreciate everything that everyone's done for Music on Main, but what I really wanted everyone up here for tonight was to thank you for what you did on May 7th and your efforts you made to save the M&M. So I have the fire department standing up there by the Pepsi trailer. I've been pretty preoccupied the last 90 days, so I haven't really given it a whole lot of thought. I haven't had to. I've had other things to deal with, and it wasn't until this week that I actually read through the fire investigation report, and I had a whole different perspective on that fire. And I read through the narratives of each and every fireman that arrived on the scene, and it really made me see the fire through someone else's eyes, through their eyes, and it helped me really to see how mentally challenging their job is. And I just want to tell them how much I appreciate every effort that they made, and I know we didn't save the M&M, but we can rebuild it. I also asked JP Gallagher to be here tonight. JP had to make a lot of hard and fast decisions on that day, and he called in a lot of key employees from the county. And when I was told that we needed to demo some or all of the M&M in order to get to the fire in the basement, my first question to JP was, is there any way we can save the sign? And JP's response was, "I'm already on it." It's really like a fairy tale the way that afternoon played out. We just happened to have 3 firemen, 3 experienced sign workers turned firemen on shift that day, and they were able to remove the sign. So a big hand to Cal Clark, Chad Silk, and Levi Davenport. And a special thank you to Leonard Hunter for bringing up the crane and helping them do what they had to do. I think the most touching moment of that day, if there had to be one, was watching those big burly firemen in their uniforms, covered in soot, and gently removing those neon pieces off the sign so it could be laid to rest until we can get it back up on the new M&M. So I was on the way to a record year at the M&M. Every month was a record month, and so it's really heartbreaking, the timing of the event. Not that there would have been a good time, but you know, when you're really so high on how well your business is doing. But I couldn't have done any of that without your support. The more you guys showed up, the harder I worked. And I have a phenomenal staff. I would argue with anyone that would tell me that they have a staff that's more dedicated or talented or loyal. I know that's my staff right there, and a big hand to them for I wouldn't be up here at all if it wasn't for Ray Euland, and some of you might argue that maybe I'd be better off, but I beg to differ on that point. Ray gave me an opportunity, and he has been there to relish in my successes and guide me along the way, and I really appreciate everything that he has done for me starting 3 years ago. My kids, were passionate about the M&M from the day that I took ownership, and they have been truly compassionate ever since the loss. I wouldn't know what I'd do without them. My boyfriend Patrick, he's not just handsome, he's also brilliant, and he's been a real source of strength for me throughout all of this. My brother Mike is my best friend, and he's also been my best customer. And he's always there to offer help whenever I need it and be wherever I need him to be, and I truly appreciate that in him. And the rest of my family, my brothers AJ and my brother Wayne, my stepmom Lindy, my close friends and family, I can't tell you how much it means to me, the words of encouragement that you've expressed, and just I couldn't get through this without all of you. Until this week, it really is one of those things that you don't want to be in this position. I don't even, you know, it's like a reality I don't want to face, and now here I am, and I'm ready to put the M&M back together. I know there's a lot of people out there that I need to thank, and I hope that I don't offend anybody if I missed you. I do appreciate everything that everyone has done. I also want to express my condolences for Ted and Tom. I am doing everything I can to get that mess cleaned up, and it would be unfair for me to not say anything about that, about what's happening there. So really the only thing I can tell you is that I'm doing my best. I'm trying to go as quickly as I can. Every day there seems to be some new challenge that I have to face, and we'll get there eventually. As soon as we get that mess cleaned up, we can move on to bigger and better things.